almost there. Do the same shit all the time. Just don't wait for some people to get in the room. What up, YouTube? Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me see. Damn, they ain't got nothing updated on the damn. Wow, they don't have shit. They don't give a fuck about this nigga. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, we do got something. What up? What up? What up? Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me turn this ear on. Shit, hold on, y'all. They get on my damn nerves. So I guess I do. I got to call them about this bullshit. I'm sorry, y'all. So let's get into it. My bad. Shit. They sent me a notice talking about shrubs near sidewalk, low hanging. The shit was just cut. Them shrubs was cut down, and the tree branches. What the fuck? They get on my damn nerves out here. But the neighbors be doing that bullshit because ain't many anyway. Eugene Big U Henley, a well-known Los Angeles music executive and alleged gang leader, it ain't alleged, he is currently at the federal custody at MDC Los Angeles awaiting trial on a 43 count RICO. Following a breakdown in trust, Big U has at times opted to represent himself in his RICO case, foregoing legal counsel. And that's so he could see the discovery to find out everybody who done snitched on him. While his co-defendants and his own defense attorneys requested to push his trial back from May 2026 to February 2027 to review over 1.1 million pieces of discovery. And you know they got 20,000 wiretaps on his ass. That's a lot of shit to go through. What they gonna do? But yeah, he cooked. Big U pushed back against the delay. Henley has alleged that he has faced cruelty and extreme medical risks while being incarcerated. He also suffered the loss of his son, Jabari, in November 2025, and claimed in a letter he was prevented from properly viewing his son despite a court order. So we do got some updates, and then we're gonna look at some old stuff with Wack and oh shit, I should have put Brick Baby in the title. Hey G man, what's up, boo? I should have put a Brick Baby, Loose Cannon. Remember all that mess along with Wack 100. We're gonna go back and look at some shit. So Big U's lawyers want his trial pushed back to 2027, but he doesn't. Hey Terrence, what's up, boo? Eugene Big U's Henley legal team wants to push back his impending RICO trial, but he himself isn't on board. In a new court filing, which was April of this year, along with his lawyers, co-defendant Mark Martin and Sylvester Robinson. I'm doing fine. How you doing, Terrence? Have requested that a federal judge push their trial date from May 5th, 2026. As I was hoping a trial date, but they had some motions today. I love Eddie Boy. From May 5th, 2026 to February 16th, 2027. This request comes despite Henley not wanting. He requested a speedy trial, which by law you can get a speedy trial. Talking about Big U, according to the motion, defense attorneys argued that they don't have enough time to prepare for this enormous case. They got 20,000 wiretaps and 1.1 million pieces of evidence to go through. That's a lot of shit. That means your ass cooked up the thing. They got all that shit. Thanks to the amounts of discovery that they have to shift through. Henley faces 43 counts for murder, robbery, extortion, fraud, and etc. and etc. The attorneys say they have more than 1.1 million items to go through, including 20,000 wiretaps, thousands of surveillance videos. Though the defense teams have claimed they divided the workload to go over in preparation for trial, they claim there's just too much uh, to adequately be prepared. Henley's own lawyers agree with that assessment, even if he himself doesn't. In the filing, they warn they're going to trial without additional time to prep could risk ineffective counsel for him. Prosecutors don't want the case to be pushed back. In a separate filing, the U.S. Attorney General Office called to request a last minute reversal and accused the defense team of gamesmanship. They argued that pushing this case out for nearly another year would be excessive since the date was set more than enough prep time. I'm doing good, G man. How you doing, baby? Another reason that the prosecutors want to keep the current timeline stems from what they say is ongoing witness information. They argued that every additional month that the case is delayed exposes witnesses to more danger, and that one cooperating witness whose identity was shared on social media has already had his house vandalized, robbed, and spray painted with the word rat. Damn, I didn't know that. Wow, I didn't know that. The latest movement in the Henley's case comes months after he alleged that he's been a target of abuse and cruelty while being locked up. In February, federal prosecutors filed a superseding indictment against him. Okay, now this the one June. Now this June, we in June. This just happened the other day. Big U claims mistreatment, extreme medical risk. Thank y'all for hitting that like button. Extreme medical risk behind bars. Because he got permitted to have a breathing machine. He alleges that his breathing machine has been taken away as he awaits his racketeering trial. Incarcerated Big U claims that he's a victim of mistreatment. The Big U Enterprises CEO and former Nipsey Hussle manager, alleged to be leader of the Rolling 60 Crip, that ain't alleged, that's true, faces charges of murder, fraud, robbery, and kidnapping. So he says he's a target of abuse and cruelty since last year. In a letter sent to the United States District Court for the Central District of California, Henry recounts being prevented from attending the funeral of his 34-year son, Big Huey, who was killed last October. I was not able to be present for my son in the way the court had authorized and made an exception for his death. I was not allowed private viewing, even though there was a court order for this. Of course, I would never have that opportunity again. He asked that whilst he's tried to process the loss of his son, he's been asked to assist in complex RICO defense with almost no access to materials or pertinent discovery. What you mean, oh my God? What you mean, oh my God? Let me fix this. Well, that's what he's saying. Along with alleging that his mail has been repeatedly opened without his permission. You know, anytime you in prison and you get mail, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Terrence. I'm sorry. I got a chihuahua. I love my dog. But anytime you locked up, they gonna read your mail. Everybody knows that. That ain't nothing to be. I mean, they gonna read your shit. And that he was moved to a special housing unit with zero knowledge on January 1st. Henley claims that his health has been at risk. The entrepreneur writes that he was prescribed a CPAP machine, which he was given, that the judge let him get. Oh, you got to get another dog? Yeah. When my cat died, I went immediately and got me another dog. I mean, another cat. He writes that he was prescribed a CPAP machine for sleep apnea and had authorized the use of a knee brace and a two mattress accommodation and prescription glasses, all of which have been revoked. Because they gave it to him. Mm. He says, after he was moved to SHU, my CPAP machine and plug were taken. I was allowed to use the CPAP briefly, but then it was taken away again. Since that time, I've repeatedly requested that it be returned and have explained that I'm worried about serious health consequences if I go without it. Out of fear for his life, I cannot allow myself to fall asleep whatsoever. You got to sleep sitting up. Yeah, that's what he said. You can't hear me? Can you hear me? Hey, Benjamin. Without the CPAP and full set of accommodations, I have trouble focusing and I feel physically worn down, as can be anticipated. That makes it much harder for me to concentrate during future legal visits or to review any materials I do receive. Throughout the document, he stresses that he doesn't want to delay his trial, currently scheduled, which was scheduled for last month. But he continues, while he doesn't want to push back his trial, he has been a victim of precedents. Yes, I have two children. Last November, the government accused him of using other inmates' numbers to make calls, including some where he allegedly engaged in phone sex with his girlfriend. I mean, they do that shit all the time. Oh shit! I ain't mean to do that. I ain't mean to do that. Okay, now we gonna get into the newest videos. We're gonna do the new stuff. I'm gonna do the old stuff last. I love Eddie Boy. I love Eddie Boy. Y'all got to so he came out with a video today that the Rolling 60s had they hood day was today. Oh, this Nina Boy. I'm sorry, this Nina Boy. You know what I'm saying? They told them people some shit that they didn't have no business knowing. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta realize you inside that cell, man, you wanna kill them. Right. Kill them every day. You know what I'm saying? You know, they say you got a CPAP machine, so you gotta sleep with that oxygen. Oh, happy birthday, Terrence. That's a serious situation, man. Niggas is getting old, man. And shit, he's looking at allegedly 300 and something years. Then I heard it was 600 years. So, what would y'all want out the situation, nigga? Would you want to know who's telling, or would you want to prepare for a proper defense, you know? Facts. Pretty sure a lot of niggas, you know what I'm saying, he probably sitting in that cell like, yeah, these niggas out here, niggas celebrate hood day, but one of these niggas out there trying to get me caught up. You know what I'm saying? So it's a cold game, man. And for the young niggas, man, you gotta read the signs, man. Read the room. Know the energy, bro. Because if a nigga, think about it. When we put this shit in perspective, homie, how well do we know each other? See what I'm saying, nigga? This is your homeboy from your hood, which you are supposed to be an aid and assist in a time. Oh, well, right? Happy birthday. But can you honestly say that everybody over there that's going to be willing to sit down and do 300 years, 30 years, 40 years, being solid for somebody who probably was, you know, slapping these niggas when they was younger? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, the game is so cold, bro. I don't think no nigga sit back and take 300 years to stay solid to you if you was punking them and bullying them. And I'm not saying that's what it is, but you know, they had put a fictitious rumor on Big U out. You know, he was shit, nigga. He had to beat everybody. You welcome, Terrence. You subscribe. You know, long work. You know, how solid is like a nigga's game banging? You know, because when we pretend that we know each other, bro, what's the nigga government name? What's the nigga name that you supposed to do life for? You know what I'm saying? That part. That part. To his mama house. Where his mama stay at? You know what I'm saying? So the game is so cold to nigga don't even know nigga your kids' okay. Names. You 19. Okay. And die for a nigga he don't even really know like that. Only thing you know about that nigga is from the same group. And that's why I don't believe that in today's society it's a lot of solid people that's still out there gang banging, bro. We're living in a new world. You see what I'm saying? We're living in a world where, you know, it's you or me. You see what I'm saying? All right, you know, it's me or you. That's the world we're living in. That's today's society. You better believe that if somebody had to choose between them and you, they're gonna choose them every time, man. So make sure you know who you're hanging around and you know you can lose your life choosing the wrong friends. I mean, he is a okay. Let's go. Shout out to the 102 people here, man. Let's hit the like button. Let's get it up. Let's go. The brother's hood day yesterday. But however, Big U Hood Day was inside that courtroom fighting for his life. I already got this video, so I'm about to delete this because we can watch that ourselves. This is Eddie Boy. I love him. Good morning, June 11th, 2026. I got a few updates, going on with the draws down case. He's in a phase where he's having a lot of his motions heard. And he had a few motions heard yesterday. I was up in there, it was a 4-hour type demonstration yesterday. He was up in there like 4 hours. That's a long time for some motions, but there's a lot of paperwork and a lot of evidence that he's trying to exclude on his case. He's trying to find out certain things inside his case. And the first motion that he raised yesterday was he wanted to know the identities of the people that came to the grand jury for him to get indicted. He wanted to know the identity of the confidential informants and things of that nature. Sorry. Second motion was, the second two motions was discovery hearings and things of that nature. And then the last motion was the motion where he wanted to change judge and venues to people that hear that motion. I just know, some information that when you're dealing with the grant, they're not going to grant that motion when you're dealing with it, to try to find out who came to the grand jury, who the people participating in the grand jury. They're not going to give him at this time. I don't know if they're going to do it later on down the line in the case, but at this time they're not going to give it to him. They're not going to give him the information on the confidential informants and stuff like that. Oh. So, I be sitting here thinking, I be pondering, yesterday it was the Brother's Hood Day yesterday, but however, Big U Hood Day was inside that courtroom fighting for his life. Facts. And him and Bear Claw, the boy Luce Cannon lawyer was there, but Luce Cannon wasn't there. So when you deal with Luce Cannon, it's always a red flag with this dude. I'm telling you. Some odd shit. I don't know what he got going on or what he's trying to do or whatever it is. It's just weird, the shit that he does. And with Bear Claw, I don't know why everybody thinking that Bear Claw gonna keep it solid. I don't know why everybody think they gonna keep it solid. See, when these dudes be reporting on this case dealing with Big U, but a lot of these dudes, they be biased. They don't read you, the prosecutor, rebuttal. They read you what Big U lawyer is trying to establish, and they use like clickbait words like Big U got this action. Right. The federal government messed up and all that type of stuff, bro. That'd be far away from the truth, man. You see, man, I look at everything, with clear lenses and clear eyes, because I'm not gonna be biased. Even if I like you or not, I'm still not gonna be biased. So what's going on, man? These dudes be biased and they be want to spin a narrative. They want this narrative going on. But a lot of these dudes, they do more harm than good, and I'm gonna explain why they do more harm than good. So I look at the stuff he got caught dead bang on. Right. Right. The wire fraud. Hey, G-Man. When they could trace everything back to him. The extortion, where, they had the boy Dale Morrison up under. Right, because Dale is everything he was doing. Is witness against him. Taken from the government. They're the type of stuff, man, that I focus on, that I see that he got caught dead bang on, and I truly believe he do not have no action on that. And if you a person with any type of logic, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. Now, when you're dealing with the situation when he want to know who's the informants is and all that type of stuff, you got to understand, man, that Dale Morrison is saying that he fear for his life. And for whatever or the federal government, they truly believe that. See, not only just Bill Morrison is saying that, other people are saying that. You know, everybody is saying that. Facts. So everybody's saying that. Situation, certain names, and certain. Everybody is saying they fear for their life with him. Think that these people's lives are going to be in danger. Facts. Even though if it's not true, even if big youth millions are not going to do nothing, because some dudes really understand that if they make a move on somebody out here that's a witness or something like that, it's going to be more detrimental to big youth than anything. Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of dudes is not thinking like that, you know, and things of that nature. But however, they're not taking that chance. You know, and I also say that they was talking about the dudes on social media, like dudes exposing certain dudes on social media, like say for instance, Dale, the other witness, the bodyguard, volleyball and stuff like that. So they brought that up. They were saying that the people on social media is basically putting people's lives in danger. So they don't want a chance to. They are, especially if they lying. They are putting people's lives in danger. They ain't lying about that. Because one witness house has been vandalized. They spray painted rat. Yeah, their lives are in danger. The longer they keep this shit going. Who the other witnesses are, because brothers on the social media is basically saying that these dudes are rats, saying that these dudes are the ones who are telling on Big U, and they're giving the whole world information, and somebody may act on that. You see, brother, these dudes are so stupid, man. They get on these podcasts. This is what these dudes do, bro. They get on these podcasts, bro. They'll sit there and they'll tell stories about Big U, bro. They'll say, you know, he's like this, he was doing people like this. Even the boy Tino got up there talking about Big U making people go do licks and all this type of shit. That hurts him. Right. You know, when you guys get on here and talking about, you know, everybody's scared to pull up on him and everybody, they use that against him, bro. They landed out in court. They did it yesterday. Facts. They landed out in court and telling the judge that people are literally scared of this man, even though if the man is really not like that. They playing the picture or a narrative that this dude is one of the most dangerous individuals that walked this planet Earth, bro. And these stupid ass podcasters, these dudes, the content creators, they'll sit up there, brother, and they'll glorify the fuckery, you know, that dude is scared of him. He'll do this to you. You know, and all this, he run that hood, he run this, and he run. Dudes are literally stupid, bro. These dudes do that, man. So it's unfortunate, man, that it has happened. They are bringing this stuff. But people are literally scared of Big U because of his reputation and the beatdowns that he can get and the shots that he called. No, I've never worked at a restaurant. Hell no. To the forefront. Understand this, bro. They watch everybody's shit. Sure do. Everybody podcasting, bro. They does this, man, and you dudes be sitting there, man. That's why I laugh at some of you dumbass dudes. Y'all be like, man, free Big U, free Big U, free Big U. Okay, y'all want it free, bro. Just keep that shit to yourself. Stop putting that shit on blast. Right. You know, it's like to the point, man, y'all don't even, if you're rocking with me, bro, act like you got some common sense. Don't use your emotions to the point where you get mad and say something and it's gonna hurt you, man. Because what you guys are doing, basically, you guys are hurting that brother, man. For real, real. You know, stop sitting there running them fake ass narratives, man. I'm telling you, bro. He's just going through the motions now. Meaning that his lawyer has to file all these motions. That's normal shit. That don't mean that they're gonna grant the motions. Just because you sit there and you read certain shit and talk about this and this and this, that don't mean that is true, bro. That don't mean they're gonna go for that shit. Right. And a lot of that shit, man, the motions he's filing, they're not going for that stuff, bro. That and part. Also keep in mind, that part. All these guys, Bear Claw, Bonnie, Hop, Tiffany Hines, Luce Cannon, once they start seeing that all these motions are being denied, I guarantee you, they're gonna get scattered and scattered. And somebody, I already believe somebody already flipped. You know, that's just my understanding. That's the way I look at things. A lot of people have flipped. I'm just saying that on the hindsight, that they're gonna start getting scared, man, and they're gonna flip. You guys gotta take into account, man. These dudes have families. You know, Bonnie just had a baby. Bear Claw have a family. He got kids. They have a wife. You know, they have a white wife. So you gotta understand that people are in these dudes' ears, and these people's ears, telling them not to go down behind that brother. And if you guys don't understand that, if you guys think somebody gonna keep it solid to go do 300, 400, 70, 80, 90, 70 years, you got to be fucking crazy, man. Facts. You guys got to deal with logic, man. Start dealing with logic. You know, I understand that a lot of you individuals is rocking with this brother, but this brother got to fight for his motherfucking life, and they're not playing no motherfucking games with him, bro. I'm talking about at all. They're not playing no games. You know, the federal government, they sitting back, they're ready to go. They're not playing. They ready to go. They just going through the motion with these people right now, bro. Man, they got surveillance on the man. They got audio. They have video. They have wiretap. There's so much evidence, bro. It is unbelievable, man. But you know, this is just a little small update. He went to court yesterday for a certain type of motion. Yes, they got to hand over more discovery. They're gonna always have to do that. You know. He's not going to be able to find out who came to the grand jury or who these confidential informants. They're not going to do that. Sure. You know? And I don't think they're going to change the judge, the venue, what he had going on, dealing with the judge to hit him here, the motion, bro. But man, that's just a small update, man. You people be blessed. It's already hot out here, man. What time it is? It's like. He cooked. He cooked. I'm gonna put this over here. I'm gonna put this over to Nipsey. I'm not gonna put that here. Allegedly, Fastlane put his hands on Big U in the alley, which prompted the Six O's to have an emergency meeting to attempt to hash it out. Okay, we're gonna take a look at what happened with his son. This is Ann Hefe. And he locked up right now. He can't show his picture because he locked up right now on a $2 million bail and health. I want to get to Big U. You talking about the 60s. So they was so they trying to blame Big U's son being unalive by Aunt Hefe. Wow, this is the first I heard of that. Wow. Hey Hassan, hey boo. That Aunt Hefe did not kill Big Huey. I don't know where that little Big U son. I do not believe that at all. Wow, they would have been got back at him for that. This Nina boy, we doing the new stuff first on Big U. Let me get this. Case, man. So it looks like James Harden, man, is definitely testifying against Big U.
They're saying that he took his money, he extorted him, mixing some lies, man. But the thing about it, James Harden will probably have to get on that stand, point out big U. So with that being said, man, let's get to the content. Let's get it. Let's go.
Let me go past this shit.
And this episode is brought to you by being an infidel. And this episode is brought to you by Billionaire Hemp Wraps. Make sure that if you're smoking, your calls coming from the back end from, I don't want to say, I think we can kind of figure out who tries to fix everything in Houston. Of those people called in trying to, oh man, we can do this and do that. Now here's the thing, Pico. If I would have went that route, because after the night of that robbery, that happened, and I left, and I got calls, hell no. You just take this case, we're going to take care of you on the back end, you're going to take care of me on the front end, and I ain't taking shit. Those individuals, oh man, we can go get $2-3 million out of James Harden. This. Yeah, let me call. He put his hands on Legend's son. I'm not doing that. You know why? Because guess what? If I would have did that plan, James Harden would be doing the same thing that he's doing to Big U right now. Playing victim to the FBI, saying that somebody was trying to extort him out of money.
Wow.
Under investigation by the feds. Because he was saying, because that's his thing. He's a rich guy, so his number one rule is what he's going to say, because he's a buyer. So anything he says, he's going to play that game behind the NBA, behind the white people. He'll be straight with you for a certain amount of time. When it gets real, he knows he can duck behind the white folks because he's protected. Because how much money he brings to the white people, the corporations, the NBA, the city, he can hide behind that. That's like James Harden know how to stick and move, bro. You know what I'm saying? What lasts for long?
Wow.
This is the thing, bro. You know that motto, if you fuck with them, you better duck with them. That applies to regular citizens too, bro. If you're a real civilian, a civilian shouldn't be hanging around gang members while they doing activities. And
Facts.
Shit get bad.
Facts.
Like, oh, I don't
Facts.
Now. But you hanging around that shit. If you fuck with them, you better duck with them. There's no way that James Harden is going to get that civilian type of treatment once you get involved with dealing with gang culture activity. You know, niggas shoot illegal dice games. That shit is a part of gang culture. It's always, that's how some niggas make their bread, they grunt. Some say, nigga, get out there, nigga. You know, your baby mama got 2 kids, stinky diapers everywhere, and she like, I need the gas bill paid. He like, all right, bitch, give me $100. I'll go bring back 5. Some niggas know how to go do that. You know what I'm saying? They probably whack a nigga for $2,000-$3,000. Come home with a cup of chili in his pocket. So, that being said, homie, we gotta keep that shit all the way 50, my nigga. If you're a civilian, you shouldn't be hanging around gangbangers, bro.
Facts.
Because when shit get bad, my
Facts.
nigga, you don't get to run away and just say, oh, I'm a civilian. Nah, nigga, you had access. You seen everything. You was privy to everything.
Yeah.
That's why I say, stay away from it, nigga. If you're not willing to get caught up, you don't even want to hang around if you could get away. You know what I'm saying? If it's good and then go down. If something go down, you want to back out. That ain't how the game go. That's why I say James Harden, like, I'm going to be honest, this nigga's a marked man. It's like, not like that, but it's like could be in danger. Let's go. Bro, you keep this shit up. You know what I mean, bro? With James Harden, bro, you got a cold shot, bro, but this shit, you know, apparently not nice.
Yeah, his life could be in danger if he's testifying against Big U. It is in danger.
He's going to say that. I started the deposition that he did while he sit there. He did the deposition and sat there. And I can show you paperwork where his attorney says, y'all trying to shake him down. This is a shakedown. Well, what's a shakedown? A shakedown is extortion, right? Okay, so he's been saying this extortion. But that's the easiest thing to say for him, that I'm being extorted out of money. Yeah. So it's like, even with the Big U situation, right? You found out. So so let me just back this up. This is what really happened over there. This is what really happened. So Big U, James is gambling. He's a big gambler. He gambled with Adrian Broner. Yeah. Adrian Broner popped him out of $1.5 million.
Damn.
Listen, bro.
Damn.
How do you gamble $1 million, bro?
Damn.
You can't get it, bro.
Another basketball player who I believe is John Wall out of $5 million.
Damn.
Yeah. So what happened is that Big U went to Adrian Broner because Adrian Broner is the player, the boxer, right? And Big U went to Adrian Broner and said, "Hey, I know you popped this on the dice. I need some of that." Shoots everybody in his head. You ain't giving you shit. So what's Big U do? Big U goes right back to James Harden, and the other guy says, "Hey man, you know you got popped on the dice with friendly dice, right? I can get you your money back." So now, if you hear that you got popped for 1.5, the other finds out he got popped, right? For that, I got 100,000. Go beat that. Go get. Now this is the same thing. Man, make that shit make sense, bro.
Damn. Damn.
Man, I don't care how you get it, no matter what go on. The way Big U was able to operate in these streets, bro, it was. Man, it was.
It's cold. It's cold.
Cold play. A nigga used his gangster card, nigga, to climb to the top. A lot of niggas like to say at the bottom, nigga just gang bang and drink and hang out on.
Facts. Facts. That's some hell of a extortion.
Hey, but this is the thing. How you know if the dice was popped anyway? How do you know a nigga just didn't genuinely hit that nigga just off of finesse, nigga? Nigga, whip game is, you know what I'm saying, superb. Nigga, I have seen some niggas get 50,000, nigga. Hit 7 4 times in a row. You see what I'm saying? So that's some cold game, though. Shout out to Big U, guy. That he did to me over allegedly.
He wouldn't have it, bro. It is crazy because look, the little play, right? You know how they try to say, bro. I'm like, bro, you just stuck all these people up on the dice. Smashed them, Big U, and trying to steal. And how you broke, bro? It was hard for me to believe in the first place, bro. But it's good.
He paid Big U $100,000. Oh man.
Damn.
To get his money back. They ran down the federal paperwork says that they ran down on him and beat him up to get a portion of the money back. But this one gets funky. When Big U got some of the money back, he didn't take it back to James. He kept it.
Oh, that. Oh, damn.
Big U see, and I can show you like some shit. The nigga, that's some shit.
That's some cold shit. That's some cold shit right there.
Going off that. So if Big U got permission to go get the money from AB, how did you extort it? Oh, because he didn't give you the money back that he took from AB, which will put AB in a tricky situation. Because now all they got to do is go to AB and say, "Hey, was you beat up for some money? Did they extort you? Did they force you to give up some bread?" Little AB, he ain't no buster, so he ain't gonna be out here saying, you know what I'm saying, going for that. But I think I read some in the paperwork where they got on AB. Because, that's cool. You're a boxer and all that shit, but you're not like 5, 6, 7 street niggas, man, that throwing haymakers, bro. You still a man. That shit ain't gonna wiggle. Get that boy the noodle legs out here. Boy, power up, champ. Hell asleep. 6 out. I can see some shit. Yeah, it's some subscribers coming out the 60s too, man. So, yeah, that's crazy work, bro. Wow. So this nigga, and this got to be in the paperwork, bro.
It is in the paperwork.
Both advised that Henry is extorting professional athletes. The FBI Houston division has interviewed multiple professional athletes who LAMTFG believes are victims of extortion. Now, let me stop right there. FBI Houston, interviewing anybody, and this is an LA case. Yeah. So that means right there is in Houston. So that's going to tie you in to know who it is. Right?
You know, but what I'm tripping up on is he said when they tried to go shake Adrian Broner down initially, right? It was already an infidel in place, right? One of the Crips was already working with the feds. Who was it, bro? Come out, bro. Show yourself, bro.
That's the $1 million question.
Who is he got a lot of rats.
Who is already working with the Leroy's hotels? Because they're a lot. Oh shit. Okay. Shit. So James Harden definitely gonna have to, he got to get some wood. What he gonna do?
He got to testify. James Harden got to testify.
He just needs people to testify and say he extorted him. But how is that extorting him if by his daddy? His daddy was broke. And
damn, that's some cold work. That's some cold. Now that was good. That was a good interview. Okay, this an old one. I thought I was gonna get in a lot of old ones, but this is 600.
So, a few things we're gonna talk about. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all know that. Y'all can share, subscribe, comment. Y'all know. Anyway, so let's talk about Lil Durk. Whatever Lil Durk is. He's been granted another bail hearing. It's been granted bail.
Okay, we're gonna go past that because that's old.
It's been granted bail. Found this. I'm gonna pull some strings to make sure we're listening. Did you heard? You know what I'm saying? It's all a scam, you know what I mean? It's a money grab. I'm not mad at people hustlers, you know what I'm saying? Break them dudes all the way down, you know what I'm saying? Break them all the way down. They wouldn't be done enough to do it. Go on and do it. 99% people get caught by the feds, get convicted by the feds. If you think you live 1%, don't worry. Okay? Anyway, so listen, man. He ain't going nowhere. It's a money grab. You know, it just is what it is, bro. I'm a realist, you know, I'm speaking in reality. We're not just over here just talking. Now we're moving forward. Big you, Luce Cannon, all that stuff they got. Okay. Luce Cannon is talking about a open murder on the federal reporting line to his baby mama to relate that message to Wack. And what do I mean by that? He told his baby mama to tell Wack that they're trying to charge him with the Money Mike murder. Money Mike was one of our Chicago was murdered. A few minutes away from our neighborhood. It looked like a murder robbery. No one got arrested. You know, and the streets assume what they assume. People act like they know whatever they know. Whatever the case may be, nobody knows. So for him to say they're charging him with that, and that he needs the video to prove his innocence, it just sounds crazy because that video's been floating around.
Wow.
You know, it's plenty of videos.
Dumb as hell.
All over YouTube. It was all over YouTube. So, Wack say, okay, I'm gonna wait a couple of days and see if you're charged with this murder. He wasn't charged with it. So now they're coming like, why are you talking about an open murder case and you want the video? It don't make no sense to me.
You can't make this shit
up. It don't
up.
make sense to nobody. It don't make sense to Wack. So we're like,
You can't make this up.
maybe he wants that tape, and maybe he's just talking about this murder and talking about whatever he think he know about this murder. And then a few days later, he say, "Oh, you hit me home next week." So you got to use your street common sense on this. You run the video from a murder that happened, and then you say you get down next week. That makes sense. It's just crazy. Now, Luce Cannon, I mean, I think y'all kind of know You know what I mean? So I don't waste too much time on him. Let's get to big issues. In the paperwork, you're looking at several paperwork. They say he's facing 600 years. 600 years. Now, 600 years is ironic. You know, one of his opponents, internet ops. I'm going to say internet ops because, I'm the same place I'll be at for the last 5 years. So we can't be like real ops. But it's ironic that, nobody has 600. They're like, man, the 600 don't matter. When they say 600 years because of 600, I'm going to say yes. Just based upon the fans use certain names, numbers, things, symbols, based on things that's going on. And what I mean by that is this. There was a sting in the Harlem 30s, right? And the Harlem supposed to look like this. The name of the operation was called Operation Thumbs Down. It was like a dish to them. See how they do it. So when Biggie got picked up, his name is Draws. The name of the operation was called Draws Down. It was always said that Draws.com was Draws Down.
Damn.
So they said that they just do a number. The exact number of 600. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think they purposely did that to say that 600 been antagonizing you, and we're going to antagonize you more, so you remember his name. And also, he threw 600 name out there with me. He said I was working with the FBI, and that was just looking at the U.S. Attorney. Shout out to the U.S. Attorney brother. And with his back on that. He says none of these guys talking about Wack 100 and 600 has ever spoken to law enforcement, right? And so he's throwing these names out there, and they throw a name right back at you. You feel me? So, I don't know what y'all think. Y'all think it was a coincidence that they had up and said 600 years? Or what y'all think? Now, Brick Baby.
Oh, Brick Baby.
We're going to just, hopefully this is my last video talking about these clowns. Brick Baby has a whole nother value. He said it's a favorite guilty option. But when they come to get you, I feel like they got you, bro. You feel me? Unless I think you'd have been out.
Facts.
All you guys been denied bail. And, they're playing by the books, playing hardball with you guys. You're not getting out. You're not going to see Luce Cannon for a long time. You'll never see Big U again. And we don't know what's up, Brick Baby. We don't get ready to know. But whatever they got going on is what they got going on. But I'm not enjoying this weather. What I'm just saying, let your hair out. We're here doing, what I'm saying? It's been long. I rock up here, you feel me? And, just let my hair out, man, enjoy.
That was an old video because Brick Baby ended up taking a plea deal. He thought he was getting 7 years, but I think he ended up with 11 or 12 years. I'm going to do one more. Let me see how long this is. This Compton Rip Rock.
Daytime stories today? Well, you ain't got to watch a daytime story. Big U, Brick Baby, and all the rest of the crazy madness that's going on here in Los Angeles. We're going to do a reaction to Poetic Flacco. More bad news from Big U and Luce Cannon. More unsolved murders. Man, that's a cold title right there. More unsolved murder. We're going to get to this. I just came in from the movies watching that. I don't want to spoil it, but y'all go to the movie, man. Get off YouTube and go watch y'all a good movie like I just did. We're going to check out this Poetic Flacco and see what he's talking about in this title, man. What a cold title. Let's get to it. This Luce Cannon and Wack 100 situation is insane. We're currently in a situation where unsolved murders are involved, bodies are involved, a federal RICO, backdooring, backstabbing, 4D chess snake activities. cruisers realigning, people pledging allegiance. This is like a movie script. If I would have told you a year, no, this ain't like a movie script. This is the daytime soap opera, man. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I've been on
For
YouTube
real.
for quite some time. I remember when I came home from jail in 2007, but going on to 2008, I discovered YouTube. I never seen it before. It wasn't like this. This year right here, 2025, take the cake for everything that I've seen on YouTube. This man, is it like a movie? What y'all think? Leave y'all comments in the comment section. Is it like a movie or a daytime drama? Let me know. We will be in this situation. You'll probably stop me in my face, but cut it out, bro. That's like a movie. But no, bro. These recent updates in the last week is something I never thought I would ever be reporting on. Facts. Unsolved murders is heavy. Now, before we can even get to the recent updates for the last week, we have to rewind a little bit. Because we really have to break down the full timeline of Wack 100 and Luce Cannon to really understand and even highlight some of the things that we missed. To really understand this dynamic, you have to understand that Wack 100 never trusted Luce Cannon. And Luce Cannon never trusted Wack 100. The key part of this equation, and while Luce Cannon was ultimately at a disadvantage to begin with, Luce Cannon knew that he didn't trust Wack. But Luce Cannon didn't know that Wack didn't trust him. So Luce Cannon, even though he did, no, it wasn't that. Yeah, they might not trust each other, but I'm gonna tell y'all what happened, man. When you see somebody that's in the entertainment business with the accolades of Ray J, the game, Blueface, and seeing all their success, and then you trying to come up in the entertainment, your girl is in the entertainment business, you thinking that maybe I can finesse myself into a situation where I can blow up and get that success.
Right.
It didn't work that way because he got caught up too much in the politics and having a past, man. When you get into this, man, you got to be squeaky clean. So he thought he was going to come up, and there's a lot of people that thinking, hey, man, maybe I go over there and mess with dude, maybe I can get on. And, man, he got played for real. In trust Wack, he was operating from the perspective of Wack is under my wing. I got Wack where I want him. He trusts me. Wack 100 was operating from the perspective of I don't trust Luce, and I know Luce don't trust me. Which made moves that Wack 100 was making unpredictable to Luce. But everything Luce was doing was predictable. Wack 100 was able to read it because Wack 100 was operating from the perspective of I don't trust Luce Cannon, and I know he don't trust me. Law 15, crush your enemy. Totally. Oh, man, he Robert Greene himself. So y'all don't know who Robert Greene is, man, that's the art of, no, that's Art of Sun Tzu, but it's the same thing. This is Robert Greene, the 48 Laws of Power. Yeah, you gotta crush your enemy totally. You cannot let them get back. You get an enemy close to you so you can watch him at all times.
Facts.
Man, this is, look at the book say, the 48 Laws of Wack 100. Look how they got the book over here looking. Cold trickery. Okay. Law 37. He fell for the spectacles in form of a clubhouse page and a podcast microphone. Did he forget what he said about me back in 2021, 2022? Because I sure didn't. I've made videos on this in the past when I covered. I made videos too on top of that rooftop. I told you, man, listen, man, y'all gonna listen sometimes, man. I told him. 3-4 months ago, I was on that top of that rooftop. Yo, you think he forgot what you said? And I told him, man, he didn't listen. He was doing content, and I was spitting facts like, man, I done been around dude. I know how dude operate. You over there thinking you doing some shit.
That part.
I'm letting you know right now, do not get put, man. Y'all go back and look at the videos when me and him was getting into it, and y'all gonna say, man, you called that a long time ago. Heard Wack 100 and Snoopy, Wack 100 and G-Face. And I told everyone, if you ever cross Wack 100, don't think it's ever going to be cool. Wack is coming and he's going to get you. If you ever crossed him in the past and you think that it's about to be kosher, it's about to be cool, and he's not going to get his lick back, you're out of your mind, bro. But these dudes were entered into this partnership with Wack 100 after doing him wrong and doing him filthy, and then think it's all cool. In the case with Luce Cannon was on the side of Big U at one point. And when Big U and Wack 100 were at odds, Luce Cannon chose the side of Big U, and Luce Cannon made several videos breaking down. Now, forgot. He always viewed Luce Cannon as an enemy. Even when it appeared that they were friendly, he is, man, listen, man. In a gang culture that is an enemy in business, how you gonna do business with somebody that you didn't already win? You already, there's no contract when y'all making money. You was supposed to make your money, whatever you was gonna do, and move on to the next. You stood around. You waited too long. You waited. He was planning to get you. You weren't planning to get him.
Right.
You had more to prove as being an enemy. You have
Facts.
They say if you ain't got an enemy, get an enemy. Make an enemy. Because you can watch them. Especially the ones that you know that's already after you. You got played. You was supposed to attack. You waited. You got attacked. He always had that video in the back of his mind, and he was destined to make Luce Cannon pay for making this video.
So it's like, Wack, it's like
The same video I played.
Internet thugging shit and acting like you just so turned up, putting it on power rule this, power rule that. Nigga, nobody seen you do nothing. Nigga, you beat up a nigga that was don't free the nigga. In Miami, what's that bitch? Stitches.
Like, it's sad to see young people. This is how young people think emotional. They move out of emotions. They talk. They let their left hand know what their right hand is doing. And he was doing all this for a response because I guess he was trying to launch his music career. Luce Cannon had his manager reaching out to Wack. Did you hear what he said about you? Because he was trying to get a response so he could blow up in the music game, and it didn't work. So when that didn't work, what did he do? He did business money. You got to be correct, man. This dude fell for the okie doke. What y'all think? Leave it in the comment section.
He did, and that's a fact. He did.
Like, bro, you did some bus rap, and then you acting like you got caught. Then you paid two niggas to act like they KKKs, but it was construction workers, and you paid them $150. All that cloud chasing shit. Don't he go up to real niggas? We on real niggas time. Like, you have to really start watching your mouth because niggas don't play that. Niggas play for keeps. Like, you talking about let's get down. You want to get down with the low nigga? And you could put that on power room, nigga. I bet you, nigga. Any dollar, nigga. You don't want to get down with the low. No, you staring death in his eyes. That's why you want to run with some cowards. Oh, let me call Big U. Let me do this. Bitch ass, he don't with you. Use up. He don't with rats. He don't with rat lovers.
Luce Cannon didn't stop there. He also dropped a Wack. If you say he don't mess with rats, he don't mess with rat lovers, then why would you go over there and do something
And be
the
his
same person that
and act like he your friend. And he lined your ass right on up. Cause you was locked up facing 40 years. Wack 100, line your ass up. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Hit the like button.